Half Nude Dude. You walking with AJ. Here lately, I've been getting, man, you sure done got skinny. You know, like literally. And the only thing I can take it as, alright, let's just entertain the thought of grounding what I'm doing right now. Let's say that grounding is actually working. And it's taking my innermost thoughts and bringing those things away. And it said, hey, we're going to work on these things. When I first started on this journey, I didn't know that there was two sides to this coin. Like, I was insecure at the size I was at. But then when I lost the weight, I became more insecure than I was before I started the journey. And keep in mind, I was working on the square of life. And when I say the square of life, health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. So people were like, man, this, that, other, man. Like, it was really messing with my head, man. Like, it was really, it really had me just hating the journey. It had me really just hating to come out of the house and be seen just because I had to hear it. But my dad said something that kind of resonated with me, and I still hold it. Like, if you got a house and it has damage on the inside, you could basically say it's kind of like damaged with mold. You can't just tear the walls out and call it, or just paint over it. You know, you got to tear the house down and rebuild it. You got to get rid of all of the bad, you know. Pretty sure I didn't do any justice on explaining it because I got so much running through my mind. But basically, this is like the frame, like stripping everything away. So I started looking at it like that, and I was able to breast guard it. So to fast forward back to now, I feel as if that came about and it was like, hey, he still isn't quite there just yet. And I didn't know I wasn't there quite just yet. But I'm not as offended, so to speak, you know, because honestly, behind the scenes, when I went on the road last year, like, I was going to like all you can eat buffets just to, like, I was still, now don't get me wrong, I was still watchful, and I still didn't break like my dairies and the no dairies and things like that. But I was going to like gorging on food, like, you know, the stuff we do, you know, just appease people, man. Like I was gorging food and pumping weights. I was hitting every gym along the way that I could possibly go to. But to fast forward again, because I rewound back again. But it's been coming up more frequently. Then my mom let me know. She had made some poke salad. She had let me know that had some sugar, cane sugar in it. 2 small packets in it. And I said no dairy and no sugar. I meant to put that in there. So a couple of days before that, I had some food ordered, and it had cheese in it, and I guess I should have looked. Didn't really think no more about it. Ordered it. I even double checked with the lady, and then when I got the food, bit into it. I should have knew because the wrap smelled like a pizza. I was like, man, that wrap smells good. So did it? It was a vegetable wrap. Bit into it, like, I think I got cheese in it, man. So I actually saw the white stuff in it. I was like, man, it got cheese in it. Like, that explains that pizza smell. So that's been happening frequently. I don't want to say frequently, but that's happened on 2 separate occasions. So I don't know if all this stuff is being pulled. I'm back at grounding, being pulled out and coming to surface to see have I got better with it, because back in the day when I first started this journey, when I was serious, like, I don't care if you my wife, my child, my mama, my daddy, my sister, I don't care that about none of that. I ain't hearing it. I ain't having it. Don't eat. Like, I wouldn't budget on nothing. Like, I was doing an experiment, needless to say, with my body. So I was very, very cautious on what I put in this body, because I wanted to know. I really wanted to know. Like, I was so curious. I had went down a rabbit hole of the health rabbit hole. Like, I wanted to know, because nobody else could tell me about me but me. So the only way to find out about us is to really just discover who we are, and what the body can do. So, man, yeah, back in the day, it would have felt like the world was in. I was rolling around. Oh, Jesus, Lord, help me. But nowadays, like I told my mama about the poke salad, man. Everybody don't know what poke salad is. It's like a wild collard. It grows in the wild. You just can't eat it after June. And when you find it, you have to boil it 3 times. Bring it to a boil 3 times and pour it off. And then each time, clean water. Then the 3rd time, at that boil, I don't know if they said pour it off, but I would say pour it off. And you should be done at that point. But me, I'm the type of guy, I probably need to boil it 4 times. Yeah, that way you know we good. And then from there, you they say you fry you up some onions, it's like some olive oil, then you put your poke salad over in that mixture. I'ma say fried on up, but yeah, I'd probably drizzle mine with some honey, but yeah, I would handle that, and it would have messed with me mentally. But so it's all good. And then with the rap, I would have been ready. I would have tripped out about the cheese, because this is my thing. If I am just going to ingest that, shoot, it gotta be worth. Like, if I'm gonna eat some cheese, it gotta be a stuffed crust pizza, man. You know what I'm talking about? And if I'm gonna eat some sugar, it gotta be a Krispy Kreme filled donut, man, like vanilla. Like, for real, like, straight up. Like, those are my stipulations. Thankful I hadn't resorted to the sweet one. But like, I was in a situation where I was sitting out, and I got this thing to where if somebody sends me out to get food, I feel kind of guilty if I just handle the food and don't try pizza. You know what I'm saying? Pizza. Like, so I avoid that situation much as I can. Like, take it, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other. Like, don't ask me to bring you. Like, I don't even like when somebody asks me to bring something that's like, that ain't healthy to the body, man, because I be feeling guilty. You know what I'm saying? But I guess you get, like, when we get with life with AJ, life with Archie, I guess that could be contradictory because of what I do at this present time. So, who am I? But it's kind of like selling my soul, honestly, just to make a buck. But praying about it, ain't gonna worry about it. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and leave it in God's hands from there. But I know a lot of people say, well, if you don't do it, somebody else gonna do it. Yeah, true. That's okay. Don't mean I gotta do it, but I'm gonna do what I can. Waiting on God. This is my water bottle. That you keep hearing. Like, what the real? So I had ate some, probably like 2 packs. A pocket full of pistachios, and then I ate like 2 pockets full of peanuts. So, that's kind of what I did before, and then been sipping on water. I normally start with fruit first, but I think I'm gonna gradually switch over to burning fat. So when I come out here and I'm being active, I'm going to start with my fats versus starting with my fruits and see what happens there. So my theory, in my mind, if I start with my fats first, then that's all my body basically, with the exception of what's already stored up, has the that's all my body has to burn. So it'll burn that, and then get used to burning fat. So if I can get my body used to burning fat, then in turn that would mean that I wouldn't really have to work as hard down the road, because it's really about the longevity side of things. If God sees fit for me to have some time down the road, so I don't really want to prep for now, I want to prep for the time when I'm a little older and I just ain't really just in, like, I got other stuff going on, like I still have that going on, and my body still know what to do. So while today is today and I got the time, I'ma just kind of put in the work, work this field, rule this kingdom. Come on, we gotta get on that one. Ruling thy kingdom. I can only imagine what God thinking. He's looking at us like, y'all ain't even ruling the kingdom like you supposed to. So we looking everywhere else. We are that temple, that kingdom. Rule thy kingdom. Rule yourself. Don't let yourself rule you. Seriously. I think there's consequences to that. You're gonna stand before God and be like, I didn't have no control over myself, so I did the best that I could. I don't think they're gonna fly. Not when you're conscious of that there needs to be change. Like, if we ever honest with ourselves, man, we know that there's a point in our life where we realize that emotions can be up and down, and I would think that nobody really likes when the emotions are on the downside of it. Like, nobody, like, if somebody were to ask me, like, hey, what can I do about that without going through all the stuff you doing, bro? I would simply say, cut out the sugar for a while. Cut out the sugar for about a month, 2 months, 3 months preferably. And tell me. Now, I would, especially at the beginning, I would replace it with like some people even use molasses, but honey, I don't recommend the molasses part of it, but natural sugars. I mean, like, just go get cane sugar, but like I would advise staying away from that. Use like honey where you can, but avoid the sweets. Definitely processed sweets. I used to tell my wife, I was like, shoot, if you just, like, she loved apple pie. I was like, shoot, if you just gonna eat some sweet, shoot, at least roll with your apple pie, because at least it got real apples in it. I ain't saying it's the best, but at least it got something real in it. I ain't even gonna recommend peach caramel to you, but at least it got something real in it. At the minimum. So that's my theory if you're just gonna do it. But if you're really tired of the emotional roller coaster, cut sweets out, man. Cut sugars, refined sugars out. Liquid sugars. Cut all that stuff out. For a little time, and then you decide whether you're gonna go back or not. And tell me you don't feel better. So I don't know. That's just me though. So yeah. But to fast forward and get back on, I ain't really got to fast forward now. Just get back on track though. I realized that I don't respond like I used to respond or shell up when I hear man, you done got skinny. And I thank God that I am recording this journey at this point because it would have messed me up, man. It would have messed me up in my head. But with me being able to see what I am doing, and my sister said it best, man. Like she hit the nail on the head. She's like, "Oh, so you just toning?" I'm like, "That's the word." Like looking at the videos, I'm able to see where I have the loose skin from the weight loss. So now I'm just basically having to tone, and then once I'm toned, then we'll kind of build from there. So that was really the biggest part with me. All right, so that's what we're working on mentally, and I know that the more that it comes to me, the less that it will be a thing. I didn't even really know it was a thing, but you know, you can be like, man, how's it a thing? Like for real, like because if you ask me, man, I feel good. Like I feel better than I've ever felt a day in my life. I feel better than I felt as a teenager. I definitely feel better than I felt as a kid. That says a lot. Like I feel good. Like I be sitting like when I hear it, when they come to me with it, I be like, yeah, but I feel the best I've ever felt in my whole life, man. Like I feel really good. So, but then it's like, man, like what society are we living in? Because are we living in a, like if I were to go back 50 years, would I hear that same response? Probably not. You know, probably not. I think with today, like it's not something that's just saying, you know. I understand with the people that know you, because they're used to seeing you one side. So, but when you start getting total strangers, like, golly, what? And I say total stranger, they obviously got to know you to say it, but, you know what I mean? Like, folks that just ain't really just that circle. You know, you're like, hey, golly. But I will say there was this guy, when I first got out of the military, well, not really when I first got out of the military, a little after I got out of the military, and I saw him at Walgreens, outside in front of the Red Box. Won't ever forget it. I was returning some movie. He was like, golly, bruh. I was like, what? He was like, boy, I say no to the chicken. Yup. So, RD, I appreciate you, bro. That stuck in my head, man. For real. It was, at the time, I was like, man, but you need folk like that in your life, man. Like, for real. Like, it wasn't like he was trying to flex or clown. Like, that was just his first initial response. Like, it wasn't nobody out there that he was flexing. It was just a one-on-one conversation. So, what I knew definitely wasn't like that. So, then just from history, it wasn't, you know, I only really like to deal with people that are going to be straightforward. And I love straightforwardness. I'm not the best at it. I guess I spent so many years being a little liar that I just don't want that in my life best as I can. So I try to keep it real, and I try to keep those people around me that can be straightforward. Like I work daily on making sure that I try to stay true to my word, because man, like that's all we got. But from that day, it wasn't that exact time frame that I did something about it, because I actually was just like, yeah, whatever, in my head, like, man, that sucks. Like, man, I kept eating the more, you know what I'm saying? So, then we were trying to raise a kid, trying to make do, working multiple jobs, so the only thing you got time to do really, eat on your breaks, go work, go home, eat, spend a little time with the kid, shower, go to bed, get up, and repeat. You know, eat so you can work, especially the jobs I had to work then. You know, I had to start from the bottom. And I've always started from the bottom, because I ain't really ever turned in a resume when I was out there in the work world. So that put me at the very bottom. But I'm so thankful. It just never took me long to just get out of that position. Like when I go, like my motto is, man, when I go do something, I'm gonna go in all the way, and I'm thankful it's always paid off for me, man. And I've always used to get, like, from the older workers, like, man, you gonna be working for yourself one day. Like, you gonna be a boss, man. The way that you work, man. Like, you gonna be all right. So I'm just now getting at the stage where I'm actually starting to believe that and walk in it. But yeah, man. And don't get me wrong, I still will do what I gotta do. You feel me? But I'm just thankful at this point. Just taking a day at a time and kind of revamping everything. Hell, homeboy tell me today. He's like, man, you losing, right? He's like, yeah. I was stand outside big behind that. He's like, man, you gotta get back about your money, man. You know what I'm saying? Not his exact words, but basically in a nutshell, because of who I used to be, man. Like I ain't playing. And then, like I told him, man, it was like, bro, I've been out here slaving for money my whole life, my whole adulthood. And I can't say my whole life. Well, my whole teen, twin. Now, before that, as a kid, I was out here trying to get money. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, boy, you don't know. I ain't talking about nothing illegal, man. But shoot, I was always trying to spend a dollar, man. You know what I'm saying? Spin, not spin. But like I told him, man, like, bruh, I've been out here doing the same thing, out here working, making money. But yet, I look in my pocket and I realize I must be doing something wrong. Like, bro, I'm gonna take this year, put it before God, work on the spiritual me, work on the inner me, the me I don't even know. I'm gonna work on that guy. And then if nothing has unfolded in that time frame, good Lord will, if He allow it, I'm gonna just open that book again, and then we're going to it. But if that is the case, I pray for a better sense of self, for the ability to hold on to my wealth, to receive my wealth, to walk in my wealth. The thing about that I've been trying to explain to some other people is, when you get to this place, what is wealth? What is riches? Like, when you get to this place, you're not trying to think of this wider scheme of things. Like, once I got the land, once I got the house, once I got a way to pay my regular bills and have a little overflow to where if something comes up, everybody's straight. What else is it to do? So that's the mindset now. That's the part of manifestation, if I gotta use that word, that I'm activating here, that I'm waking up. Because I wouldn't think God could give me a clear way to go if I'm scrambled and when I'm praying to Him, if I'm scrambled with my words on which way I want to go. If I don't know where I want to go, how is He as the Father gonna grant that? Like, how will He be able to be like, bruh, here you go? You know what I'm saying? Like, here you go. But that ain't what I wanted. Well, you know what I'm saying? You should have specified. So I'm basically specifying before God. And the only way that I can specify is to clean out the world. All that stuff we've been taught in the way, and we've been shown how to live. Like, we got to throw all that out. None of that matters. Like, how can you sustain on this earth in your peace and what you feel? It may take more for others. I won't ever limit anybody from I wouldn't want to limit anybody from achieving a higher status if that's your forte and that's what's going to take you to the bettering of you or your family. I'll never be saying thing against that because I know how I was. But it's just that now, with working on my mind daily, what I thought ain't what I think now. You know, so now don't get me wrong. Still got this plan. So you see me out here clocking getting it in, and I'm like, man, that man said all this, and then look at him. You know what I mean? It's different. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what I said. That ain't what I said. You know, I try to keep looking at the clock. I did looking at the clock. That's 25 minutes of talking. It didn't even feel like 5. So I don't know what all I said, but I don't want to make a long video either. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. Probably put some music in the background. I try to put music in the background, but I don't really know. You know, like this is really the basics, man, of beginners. Like at the end of the day, why I do these, so I can come back maybe a year later and see where my head was at. You know what I'm saying? Like a video vlog of myself, really see if there's any growth in, like, or any hidden message that hey, tell yourself 5 years from now, like, bro, whatever you doing, you deserve it, bro. Like, you earned that, bro. Because I know you living real good because of the work that you put in. Look, man, these your roots. From time to time, reach back and grab these roots, bro. And they'll keep you going. So don't forget that part of your journey. But, bro, keep going, man. And stay blessed. Y'all stay blessed, man. Thank you for walking with AJ on Half Nude Dude. For real.